In this video I will be talking about the 18 stitch feather and fan for machine knitting. Here is an example of it, 3 rows of feather and fan. As you can see, it curves, which gives you the fan effect. In hand knitting this would be knit 2 together 3 times, yarn over, knit 6 times, and knit 2 together 3 times to produce this effect. It's a little more difficult in the knitting machine. I have found 3 ways to do it. First way is using just the standard transfer tools that come with all knitting machines. It requires 6 transfers on the left hand side and 7 transfers on the right hand side for a total of 13 transfers. If that's a little bit too much for you, down here I have an 18 stitch feather and fan with using the 7 prong adjustable transfer tool. Many of us have these, and that only requires 3 transfers on the left and 4 transfers on the right. In addition, if you don't have one of those 7 prong adjustable transfer tools, you can do it with the standard transfer tools, but using them 2 at a time. And that would require 4 transfers on the left over here and 4 more transfers on the right over here to accomplish the same job. So these are the transfer tools I have. I have the standard 3 transfer tools on the left here, plus I have a 4, 5, 6 and 7 dedicated transfer tool because I don't have the adjustable tool, but these will accomplish the same task combined with these on the left here. So part 1 of 3 of these videos describes the first part up here. Part 2 of 3 does this middle one, and the third video does this one. This chart is for the 18 stitch feather and fan using just the 1, 2 and 3 prong transfer tools that come with the machine. The 18 needles are shown on the top row across here and are divided into 9 on the left over here and 9 on the right side. The stitch on needle number 9 with the grey background does not move, this one right down here. The final row shows how the stitches are supposed to end up. The first 3 needles each have 2 stitches on them, followed by 12 needles across here with alternating empty needles. Finally, the last 3 needles have 2 stitches on each of them. Transfers are done on the left side, needles 1 through 8, and then on the right side, needles 1 through 9. 2 columns on the right show the 6 transfers performed on the left side and the 7 transfers performed on the right side. These numbers represent the actual needle number at the top of the chart across here, 1 through 9 and 1 through 9, and does not refer to the stitch numbers found on them. As you can see, the stitch numbers change as they are moved across. First, needles 2, 3 and 4, 2, 3 and 4 are moved 1 to the left as shown in red. So they move there, there and there, doubling up 1 and 2 over here and leaving an empty space. Next, needles 3, 4 and 5 are picked up with the needle in the middle as empty, which is the dash. So 3-5 means 3, 4 and 5 with the middle one empty. As you can see that 3, 4 and 5 up here are going to be moved, and this middle one is empty. 4 goes there, nothing there, and 5 moves over there. The next 4 transfers, done the same way, complete the left side. The left side is now finished, and the right side is processed in the same manner, with each of the transfers moving 1 to the right. For example, 6, 7 and 8 up here, 7 and 8 are moved 1 to the right, and shows you where the red is. 5, 6 and 7, with 6 being empty, is then 5, 6 and 7. These are the needle numbers up here. 5 is moved there, that's moved there, 6 is moved on top of 7, etc. all the way down to the bottom. And that completes the 18 stitch feather and fan. I'm now going to set up the machine ready for the transferring of the stitches. I have my little sheet here that summarizes all the left moves and all the right moves, so I can see them easily. And I've also created a little template. Left side 1 to 9 with an X in the middle, right side 1 to 9 on that side. Now I want to have one stitch here that's empty, that's just going to be normally knit. I then put the template with stitch number 1 is lined up with this second stitch. To hold it in place, I have put a stopper there, and this can be a piece of cardboard like that or a little label like that, and then you can see the actual numbers of all the stitches for this 18 stitch pattern. You do your transfers and then you want to start on this side. So what you do is that is stitch number 9 right here. Here is stitch number 1 in the next section. So I mark that, take that off, move this across so that stitch number 1 is lined up, put the little stopper here, which is a plastic garden stake, and put that in there, and this doesn't move back and forth. Now I have left 9, right 9. I can do my transfers here based on this pattern. Then mark stitch number 1 for the next group, move it across so that one's there. Stick this little tab in here to hold it in place. Put this on the right hand side. That's it, went flying across the room, and that'll hold it in, and I do my third set. That's one way of doing it. An even better way, my preferred way, is to actually create the entire set of, if it's 3, if it's 4, if it's 5, whatever, on this one 3/4 inch wide piece of paper or cardboard, so that it fits in there and doesn't move back and forth. And then I have my set of 18 here, set of 18 here, set of 18 here, all nicely labeled so that it corresponds to these numbers here. And it's much easier to do, much less error prone. Also, the other advantage of doing it this way is that if I have, say, 2 extra stitches here that are just knit normally, I can make that a little bit bigger. If there were 3 there or 4, that's fine. If I wanted to put 4 on the end, 4 regular stitches on the end, I can do that. It just makes it easier, maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes at the most, to produce this and label it off. And we'll now do the feather and fan transfers using just the 3 transfer tools you see here. I have my little template on the back here to tell me what the stitch needle numbers are, and I'll side up the top here are the left moves and right move table that you can download in PDF format. So reading off the chart that's sitting up there is, for the left moves, I pick up needle 2, 3 and 4. 2, 3 and 4. Pick it up. Transfer 1 to the left. There we go. Now I have 3, 4 and 5. 3, 4 and 5. It's 3-5, which means the middle one is empty. I pick that up. And I move that one to the left. Next one I did 4, 5 and 6. 4-6, which means the middle one's empty. I take those off. Move that one to the left. Then I take 5, 6, 7, where 6 is empty. That's 5, 6 and 7. move 8, 1 to the left, and then 4, 5 and 6, or 4-6, since the middle one is empty. Move that 1 to the left. And that's the left side done. There we have 2 stitches on here, 2 on here, 2 on here, space, stitch, space, stitch, space, stitch, just as we need it. And that stitch is number 9 there. So that completes the left side. Now I'm going to do the right side. So right moves, I'm going to pull out 6, 7 and 8. Pull those off. Move them 1 to the right. Next I attach 5, 6 and 7. It's 5-7. There's nothing in the middle here. Take those off. Move those 1 to the right. That's the second move. Third move is 4, 5 and 6. 4-6. There's nothing in the middle one again. Move those over 1 to the right. Then 3-5, 3-5, 3, 4 and 5. Pull those off, 1 to the right. Then I take a 2 transfer tool and move 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 to the right, then a 3 transfer tool, 4, 5 and 6, or 4-6, there shouldn't be anything in the middle there, that's true. Move those 1 to the right. And then 3-5, 3-5, 3, 4 and 5. And move those 1 to the right. After I've completed the pattern, there are 2 stitches on there, 2 on there, 2 on there, and these are alternating stitches. And that completes the right side and the complete feather and fan pattern using the standard transfer tools. Now for a quick summary of how to download the files that I provided in PDF format. So go to this, one of my demos here, show more, and right here there are 2 different Google Drive PDF files. This first one is the overall chart, and the one down here is the transfer charts. So let's bring up the transfers. Click on that, goes to my Google Drive, and there is the left moves and right moves. We go right up to the top here where that arrow points down, and you see it says download there. I click on that, and it comes over here and it says open with Foxit Reader. This happens to be my default, or I can save the file. Well, I'm just going to open it with the Foxit Reader, and there it is. Then I just go and print this, and away I go.